Have you ever heard that mishandling lentils during cooking could upset your digestive system, sap your energy, and interfere with how your body takes in essential nutrients? It's true. Even the most wholesome foods can turn harmful if they're not handled the right way. In this video, I'll reveal the most common missteps people make when preparing and consuming lentils. And above all, I'm going to walk you through the correct techniques to turn lentils into a truly nourishing, health-enhancing dish. Curious to know what they are? Before we jump in, leave a comment below, letting me know where you're tuning in from and how old you are. Let's see just how many of us are making intentional choices to stay strong and vibrant as we age. And stay right here. What's coming next might surprise you. Up first is a simple yet powerful tip. Let's begin. Mistake number 1: skipping the soaking process before cooking lentils. Many people believe that since lentils cook relatively fast, there's no need to soak them. But overlooking this step can significantly affect your digestion in ways you might not expect. Lentils, like other legumes, are loaded with anti-nutrients, including tannins and phytates, which can disrupt your body's ability to absorb essential minerals such as calcium, iron, and zinc. In addition, lentils contain specific types of carbohydrates, especially oligosaccharides, that are tough for the human digestive system to break down. This often leads to uncomfortable side effects like gas, bloating, and digestive upset. If you cook lentils straight from dry without soaking, these compounds remain intact, making them harder to digest and limiting the nutritional benefits they provide. Some assume that simply cooking lentils longer is enough to neutralize these substances, but heat alone isn't sufficient. Without soaking, anti-nutrients remain active. So what's the best approach? Ideally, soak lentils in water for 8 to 12 hours. Adding a bit of lemon juice or a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the water helps break down problematic compounds and activates beneficial enzymes that make nutrients more bioavailable. And don't forget to rinse thoroughly before cooking. This one easy habit makes lentils much easier on the stomach, helps reduce gassiness, and allows your body to better absorb the important nutrients they offer. Mistake number 2: not pairing lentils with vitamin C-rich foods. Lentils are an excellent source of iron, but here's something many people don't realize. The form of iron they provide, known as non-heme iron, is less easily absorbed by the body. So if you're eating lentils without adding foods that are rich in vitamin C, you could be missing out on most of that iron's benefit. And that matters especially for those dealing with anemia, expectant mothers, or anyone following a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle, where iron intake is already a concern. Scientific studies have shown that pairing vitamin C with non-heme iron can boost absorption by as much as 3 times. But without that powerful combination, a large portion of the iron simply passes through your system unused. To unlock the full nutritional potential of lentils, it's crucial to pair them with vitamin C-rich ingredients such as bell peppers, lemon juice, tomatoes, or even a small serving of citrus fruit on the side. A squeeze of lemon over your dal or tossing together a tomato-based salad can make a surprisingly big impact. These small touches dramatically elevate the nutritional quality of your meal without extra effort. On the flip side, try to steer clear of coffee or tea immediately after eating, as they contain tannins and other compounds that further inhibit iron absorption. And if you often feel fatigued, have pale skin, or notice your nails becoming thin or brittle, this simple change might be just what your body needs to restore iron levels and boost your energy naturally. Mistake number 3: reheating lentils over and over again. Cooking a large batch of lentils for the week might seem efficient, even smart, but reheating the same pot repeatedly can quietly take a toll on your health. Every time lentils are warmed up, especially if they've been sitting out at room temperature for too long, heat-resistant bacteria can start to multiply. This raises your risk of digestive discomfort, even if the food still looks and smells fine. On top of that, valuable nutrients like B vitamins and antioxidants break down more and more with each reheating cycle. As a result, what started as a nourishing meal gradually becomes less and less beneficial. What many people don't realize is that common symptoms like bloating gas or mild stomach cramping can sometimes trace back to improper leftover handling. So, what's the better approach? Portion out your cooked lentils into single-serving containers and store them in the fridge or freezer using airtight lids. That way, you only warm up what you actually need, helping to preserve nutrients and minimize contamination risks. And here's a simple but important reminder: heat your lentils thoroughly. Cold spots can act as safe zones for bacteria, so make sure the entire portion is steaming hot. This small shift not only keeps your meals safer, it also enhances their flavor, texture, and nutritional value. Now let's move to mistake number 4, adding processed meats to your lentil meals. One of the most common mistakes people make with lentils is pairing them with processed meats like sausages, ham, bacon, or chorizo, a habit carried over from many traditional recipes. Sure, these ingredients might boost flavor, but they come at a cost. Processed meats are often packed with unhealthy fats, high levels of sodium chemical preservatives and nitrites, all of which have been strongly linked to an increased risk of heart disease, hypertension, and even certain cancers, especially colorectal cancer. So what starts out as a nutrient-dense, fiber-rich, plant-based meal can quickly become pro-inflammatory and counterproductive to your health goals. To keep your dish nourishing and balanced, consider swapping those meats with healthier protein options such as sliced hard-boiled eggs, grilled tofu, skinless chicken breast, or a handful of nutrient-dense seeds and nuts like sunflower seeds or crushed almonds. And if you want to layer in more flavor, try adding sautéed vegetables like bell peppers, caramelized onions, spinach, or shredded carrots. These natural additions not only boost taste and texture, they also increase the nutritional value of your meal. These small, thoughtful swaps can make a powerful impact on your health, especially when it comes to protecting your heart. Lentils on their own are already a fantastic food, but the real magic lies in what you choose to cook them with. Mistake number 5 is one many people overlook: using pre-packaged sauces or commercial seasoning cubes when cooking. This habit might seem harmless, but it can quietly undermine the nutritional value of your dish. Sure, these products might make your lentils taste richer or more savory, but they're often loaded with MSG, artificial additives, hidden fats, and excess sodium, all of which can diminish the natural goodness that lentils bring to the table. What's more, these ingredients have been linked to health issues like headaches, fluid retention, high blood pressure, and even long-term chronic conditions when consumed regularly. The problem: most people toss them in without checking the labels, assuming that a little won't hurt. But even small amounts used frequently can add up over time. Want to dial up the flavor even more? A sprinkle of paprika or a touch of black pepper can brighten your dish while keeping it clean and nourishing. Choosing whole, real ingredients helps preserve the integrity of your meal and protects vital organs like your gut, kidneys, and heart from the hidden dangers lurking in highly processed flavor boosters. Mistake number 6 is one that often slips by unnoticed: eating lentils without pairing them with healthy fats or vibrant vegetables. In an effort to eat quickly or keep things simple, many people just boil lentils with a bit of salt and water, believing that legumes on their own are enough for a balanced meal. But here's the truth: without the right additions, lentils fall short of their full nutritional potential. For example, if you skip healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, or avocado, your body can't properly absorb fat-soluble vitamins from other ingredients that might be in your meal. And when you leave out fiber-rich vegetables, you're missing out on key nutrients that nourish your gut and support immunity. So what's the solution to turn lentils into a well-rounded, truly nourishing meal? Try adding vegetables like carrots, spinach, tomatoes, or bell peppers. Not only do these boost flavor, but they also bring in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Pair that with a dose of healthy fats, like a sprinkle of ground flax seed, a spoonful of olive oil, or some sliced avocado to help your body absorb more of the good stuff. And for even more balance, serve your lentils alongside a whole grain like quinoa or brown rice. This combination helps complete the protein profile and keeps you feeling satisfied for hours. Mistake number 7. Overeating lentils. Rather than viewing lentils as a standalone solution, think of them as the foundation of a well-balanced plate, one that supports stable blood sugar, healthy digestion, and overall vitality. Mistake number 7 is assuming more is always better. Once people discover the many health benefits of lentils, some begin eating them daily, sometimes at every single meal, believing they're a superfood with no downside. But here's the truth. Even the healthiest foods can cause issues when overconsumed. Lentils are rich in fiber, and too much fiber at once can lead to bloating, excessive gas, and digestive discomfort. They also contain natural compounds like phytates and lectins, which, if consumed in large amounts, or if lentils aren't properly soaked and cooked, can interfere with mineral absorption and even irritate the gut lining. So what's the smarter approach? Instead of making lentils your mainstay, enjoy them in moderation. About 2 to 3 times a week is ideal. Pair them with a variety of vegetables, healthy fats, and diverse protein sources to keep your meals balanced and nourishing. Rotating with other legumes like black beans, chickpeas, or green peas can also give your digestive system a break while broadening your nutrient intake. Because at the end of the day, true wellness doesn't come from relying on just one food, no matter how nutritious it is. It comes from variety, moderation, and consistency. Lentils are a wonderful part of a healthy diet, but they should complement your meals, not dominate them. And hey, if you're still watching and enjoying this video, go ahead and tap the like button. It really helps support the channel. Why do we keep making these common lentil mistakes? In today's fast-moving world, convenience often takes priority over health, especially in the kitchen. We've been influenced by the food industry to prefer shortcuts and artificial flavor boosters rather than thoughtful, nutrient-dense choices. And even though lentils are naturally packed with nutrition, they're often misused or underappreciated in modern cooking. Too often they're treated as a cheap filler instead of the nutritional powerhouse they truly are. Adding processed meats, using store-bought seasoning cubes, or constantly reheating leftovers, these habits stem from a culture that values speed and flavor over sustainable wellness. And because the effects aren't immediately obvious, these choices become normalized, while their long-term consequences quietly build up. One of the deeper issues behind this, a widespread lack of accessible, practical nutrition education. Most people don't realize that the plant-based iron in lentils isn't easily absorbed without vitamin C, or that soaking helps reduce compounds that interfere with nutrient absorption. This isn't about laziness. It's about the gaps in how we're taught to understand food. Schools, the media, and even healthcare providers often neglect basic nutritional guidance, leaving people to rely on trends, social media, or guesswork. Over time, mistakes like overeating lentils, preparing them improperly, or pairing them with unhealthy add-ins become ingrained habits passed down from one generation to the next. Cultural traditions also play a major role. In many households, it's normal to prepare lentils with sausages, fried sides, or flavoring cubes not out of carelessness, but out of habit. People rarely stop to ask, does this combination actually support my health? And others may assume that eating lentils every day equals a balanced diet, not realizing that too much of even a healthy food can place a burden on the body. These mistakes aren't isolated habits. They're part of a much bigger picture. They stem from misinformation routine and social conditioning that we've absorbed over time. The good news, becoming aware of where these missteps come from, is the first step toward making more intentional food choices and giving your body the real nourishment it's been craving. So, how do you eat lentils the right way? It all starts with a step that's often skipped: proper soaking. Letting lentils sit for at least 8 hours, ideally in warm water with a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar, makes a world of difference. This simple process helps break down phytic acid and tannins compounds that would otherwise block your body from absorbing critical minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium. Soaking also softens lentils, making them easier to digest and less likely to cause bloating or discomfort. In fact, many digestive issues blamed on lentils actually come from inadequate preparation, not the legumes themselves. Once they're soaked, the way you cook them is just as important. Spices like cumin, ginger, garlic, turmeric, and bay leaf do more than add flavor. They actively support digestion, reduce gas, and offer anti-inflammatory benefits. Garlic and turmeric in particular provide powerful antioxidants that pair beautifully with lentils when cooked together. On the flip side, avoid using flavor cubes, instant mixes, or bottled sauces. These often contain artificial additives, chemical enhancers, and excess sodium that can cancel out the benefits lentils naturally offer. Cooking with whole, fresh ingredients may take a bit more time, but it ensures your meals are healing, not harming. To maximize iron absorption from lentils, pair them with vitamin C-rich foods like lemon juice, chopped tomatoes, red bell peppers, guava, or a citrus-based salad. This is especially crucial for those with iron deficiencies or increased iron needs like women in their reproductive years. And don't forget the healthy fats. Adding avocado slices, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, or a handful of nuts or seeds helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins from any vegetables you include. It also increases satiety, helping you feel fuller and more satisfied. A truly nourishing lentil-based meal should ideally include a mix of plant protein, vibrant vegetables, and quality fats. But it's not just about what goes into the dish, it's also about how it fits into your overall eating pattern. Avoid eating lentils in large portions every single day, and skip multiple rounds of reheating, which can degrade nutrients. Instead, aim for variety. Enjoy them in a cold lentil salad, a hearty stew, or a homemade soup using real whole ingredients, not processed or pre-packaged shortcuts. But it's not just about what goes into the dish, it's also about how it fits into your overall eating pattern. Avoid eating lentils in large portions every single day, and skip multiple rounds of reheating, which can degrade nutrients. Instead, aim for variety. Enjoy them in a cold lentil salad, a hearty stew, or a homemade soup using real whole ingredients, not processed or pre-packaged shortcuts. Bringing mindfulness back into the kitchen means honoring time-tested steps like soaking lentils using real herbs and making intentional pairings. Simply knowing lentils are good for you isn't enough. They need to be prepared in a way that truly unlocks their full potential. So what's your go-to method for making lentils? Thinking of trying something new next time? Let us know in the comments below. When it comes to real nourishment, there's no replacement for making them fresh at home. And what about lentils and rice? It's a classic combo that many assume makes a complete meal. While it's true that combining grains and legumes gives you a full amino acid profile, lentils and white rice alone still fall short in other key areas. Without veggies or healthy fats, that dish is missing fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients your body needs to thrive. Plus, white rice's refined carbs can spike your blood sugar, especially when not balanced with other foods. Another problem, repetition. Relying on the same lentil and rice combo day after day limits nutrient diversity and gives the illusion of eating healthy, while key elements are still missing. And finally, a word on over-relying on lentils. Yes, they're nutrient-dense, but eating them every day can reduce variety and disrupt the balance your body needs. Each legume, chickpeas, mung beans, kidney beans, green peas, has its own unique nutritional profile. Sticking with just lentils means missing out on that broader spectrum of benefits. Plus, eating the same food too often can lead to sensitivities or digestive issues, especially if the preparation is always the same. It can also lead to taste fatigue, prompting people to add unhealthy toppings or sides just to keep meals interesting. A smarter strategy is to rotate different legumes throughout the week and experiment with how you prepare them: soups, dips, grain bowls, hearty stews. In the long run, variety isn't just the spice of life, it's one of the best ways to support your gut, your health, and your long-term satisfaction with food. Now that you're aware of these common lentil pitfalls, this is the perfect time to pause and reconsider how you're preparing and enjoying them in your daily meals. Lentils are incredibly nutritious, but when they're mishandled with shortcuts, processed additives, or so-called healthy tricks, they can quietly work against your wellness goals rather than support them. Healthy eating isn't just about choosing a superfood. It's about knowing how to use it with care and understanding. Small adjustments like soaking them ahead of time, adding vibrant veggies, and skipping those store-bought seasoning cubes can make a huge difference in how your body digests and absorbs their nutrients. Because in the end, it's the thoughtful, consistent choices that truly fuel better energy, smoother digestion, and lasting health. Thanks so much for watching. If this video gave you any helpful insights, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use the information. Your support really helps us reach more people who want to stay strong and thrive as they grow older. Drop a comment below. How old are you and where are you tuning in from? We absolutely love hearing from our wonderful community. See you in the next one.